Hi, welcome to Pink Moon Tarot. I'm Nikki, the Pink Moon Tarotist, and I'm bringing you today a pick a card reading on this very special full moon. It is a full moon in Libra, but it is also known as the pink moon. So of course I had to come on and do something for the pink moon. And I thought I'd give you a little bit of a reason as to why I'm called Pink Moon in the first place. And it is attached to this very moon. And the reason this moon is known as the pink moon is actually not to do with the colour of the moon itself. It's actually to do with the flowers that come out specifically in Northern America, in Eastern Northern America, at this time of year, which marks the beginning of spring. And these are called, wait one second, Phlox subulata, otherwise known, more commonly known as moss pink. And they are little pink flowers that come up that signify the start of spring. And that is my reason for choosing Pink Moon as my channel name, because spring signifies regrowth, birth, new things coming about, abundance coming in. It's all about, the change of the weather, things getting brighter, the sun coming out, things just lifting and feeling good when the spring, when spring starts and we start to feel the effects of the lovely warm sun on our faces. And, obviously this is more in the northern hemisphere. In the southern hemisphere, it's not springtime right now, but, for me, I'm in the northern hemisphere. I'm in the UK. So I don't actually get to see the pink moon as it appears pink in some parts of America. You will actually see the moon will shine pink in some places. So lucky you. But that's sort of the reasoning behind me choosing pink moon, because it just signifies the start of spring, that growth period, that birth, that rebirth, and it's just a lovely kind of uplifting time of year. So with that being said, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this moon, which is the full moon in Libra. In London, the full moon is today, which is Saturday the 16th, and the time its peak is at 5 to 8 this evening. In Sydney, the full moon takes place on the 17th at 4:55 in the morning. And Los Angeles, it is on the 16th again at 11:55 in the morning. And in New York, it is on the 16th again at 5 to 3 in the afternoon. This is all coming from my Moonology diary from Yasmin Boland. Okay, so Libra is a relationship-orientated sign of the zodiac. So this full moon provides a yardstick for how well our relationships are going. If you've been forcing a relationship, this may be the time that it blows up. If you're in a newish relationship and all is going well, now might be when you take it to the next level. If you're in an established relationship, think of it as another notch on your relationship belt. This year's full moon in Libra is extra lovely. It takes place ahead of some beautiful and harmonious alignments between Mercury, Venus, and Uranus. So happy love events may happen quickly now. Romance is in the air. The only concern is that the full moon itself is clashing with Pluto. So if there are issues in one of your most important relationships, then they need attention. There could be power struggles, which gets no one anywhere. So live consciously and intentionally. If you're in a relationship with a lot of negativity, now is also the time to deal with that. Whatever happens now could bring about a crisis, but one that may prove to be healing one way or another. Pluto is also the detox planet, so work through any toxicity now so it becomes easier to express your feelings. You may even want to give the person you care about a lovely surprise. So that's beautiful. So yes, sorry, kicking the thing there. So yes, this moon is all about relationships and love, and obviously depending on where it is in your houses will depend on the effect it will have specifically to you, but just know that this is a moon that's filled with intentions of good relationships and improving relationships and sorting out those issues within relationships. And like I say, it is all to do with love. So this reading that I'm doing, this pick a card reading, is kind of love, but with a little bit of a Nikki twist to it, as I usually do, something a little bit different. And my twist is this. I asked the question when I pulled these cards, and I don't know what they are. They're just sat here waiting for me to look at them. But I asked the question about self-love and self-development and growth in your relationships surrounding you, and how you can improve your own worth and your own self-love in this time of love, because this moon is also about forgiveness, as all full moons are. And sometimes we need to forgive ourselves, sometimes we need to forgive others, sometimes we need to do both. And the forgiveness really does help you to release that pent-up energy and allow the flow of love to come through you. But the first place you should always start is with yourself. Show yourself some love as well as others, because if you can show up for you, then you can show up better for others. But if you can't show up for yourself, then how do you expect others to show up for you? Or how do you expect others to show up for others? So this reading is a little bit more about self-love and self-worth and self-development. So let's have a look and see what the cards are predicting. Now I've got 3 piles here, and I will point the camera down in a moment so that you can see them. When I point the camera down, if you want to pause the video to sort of have a little meditate on it and have a think to see which one you're drawn to, then do so. The stones are not relevant to anything that's on there. They're just as markers so that you can see the different piles, so you know which one's number 1, number 2, and number 3. Okay, so that don't get drawn in by the stone, but just have a think about which one you are most drawn to. Okay, and while you're doing that, if I could please ask you to remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel, that would be very much appreciated. There is a subscribe button on one or the other sides of the screen. I can never remember which way round it is. But if you click on that subscribe button, you'll be notified whenever I upload new videos. So we have here 3 piles. Number 1 has the rose quartz. Number 2 has the clear quartz. And number 3 has the citrine. So take a moment, zone in, and see which pile appeals to you the most. Okay, if you're back with me, that's great. Let's take a look. I am going to start with, actually, I'm going to start with number 3. I don't know why, but I'm just drawn to start with number 3. So let's start with the citrine pile. I'm going to put the 2 oracle cards to the side. And we have the moon. Oh, how appropriate. The 8 of Swords and the Justice card. Okay, so what this is showing me is that you are not accessing something that you need to understand about yourself and your relationships. There is something that is hidden just beneath the surface for you. But it's also a reminder that what is above is below here. So what you are putting out is what you are getting back. And that includes what you're putting out to yourself. So if you're giving yourself a lot of negative self-talk, then don't be surprised if you are finding others reacting negatively towards you. And that's not a criticism. We all do it, you know. But it's just a reminder to dig deep, to take the time to go within and really assess what it is you want to feel. How do you want to show up for yourself? How do you want to love yourself here? And how do you want the world to see you? And what sort of people do you want to attract to you? because that's going to come with some self-reflection, and it's going to take some deep reflection here with that moon energy. Okay, and you may be feeling a little bit bound right now, a little bit stuck, you know. Maybe you've been single for a while, or you're in a relationship that doesn't seem to be going anywhere and you're feeling that stuck in a rut kind of feeling. But again, get clear on what's under the surface here, and have a think about what it is you truly, truly want, because those binds are very easy to slip out of. You can see here that she's got no binds on at all, but when she looks in a mirror, she's all bound up with a blindfold on and finding it hard to escape. But oftentimes it is how we are presenting to the world ourselves. We are presenting ourselves as bound, as stuck, as not really knowing which way to go, maybe being a bit afraid of what step to take next. And that's, you know, that's okay too, because we all get to those points where we just have that kind of, oh, I'm a little bit worried. But remember this full moon in Libra, and with the Pluto there, the detox of Pluto, it's a good time to really assess the situation that you're in, assess how you're feeling, and think about what is best for you. Okay, so it's all about you. Take note that you need to find the balance in your own life here. We have the Justice card. So the right outcome will happen. It may not seem an easy choice, but the scales of justice say that balance is required. Balance is here to give you that level playing field, to help you begin again, to start from a place of feeling balanced. So whatever is hidden under the surface, whatever you need to uncover here, that's helping you to make you feel stuck, helping to make you feel restricted, dig deep, find that, find your sense of balance, find the just and right way for you, okay, to move forwards in a way that's positive for you. And remember, this is all about self-love and self-care. And know that you and your loved ones are safe. The Moonology card that I've pulled for you, that's what it says. You and your loved ones are safe. So if you are feeling stuck because you're afraid that something may upset the apple cart in some way and make things difficult for you and your loved ones, then know that you and your loved ones are safe at this time, and it is okay for you to work on yourself. It is okay for you to choose something that is right for you. Dig deep. What is hidden under the surface? And this is the, what are they called? Heart and Soul card. It says, you are currently too close to see things clearly, which explains that 8 of Swords in the middle there. Detach a little and you will start to see things from a higher perspective. Be emotionally detaching from this situation. By emotionally detaching from this situation, a simple solution also becomes clear. Wow, the whole thing just points back to regaining that balance, doesn't it? So yeah, take that step back. Know that you're safe. Know that you're loved. Know that your loved ones are safe. And just try to take that step back to uncover what it is that is causing you to feel a little bit stuck and possibly emotionally stressed right now. And the simple solution will become clear to you. Okay, thank you very much for joining me, number 3s. If you want to stick around and see the other 2, you're quite welcome to. Let's take a look at what's going on with number 2s. Number 2s were the clear quartz. And we have, number 2s, are you worrying a little bit? 9 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, and 2 of Wands. Okay. So number twos, you may have been going through a bit of a stressful time. And again, this relates back to this particular full moon, doesn't it? You know, this whole business of if there is something amiss in your relationships right now, if there is something that is causing you worry and stress, keeping you up at night, you know, then just know that this is a period of time where you may feel that unsettledness, you may feel that stress, you may feel that worry, but you can work through this and you can come out the other side of it, okay? It's not going to be like this forever, but it is time to maybe just focus on the next step with that Eight of Pentacles there. Pentacles are earth energy. It's all about keeping yourself grounded, working through things step by step, very methodically. What I love about this Eight of Pentacles as well is she looks very reflective. She's sat back and kind of surveying all that she has already done. So whereas in the Rider-Waite you have them knocking out the pentacles, so it's really a case of just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. This one allows you to take a step back and reflect. So similar to what we just had with number threes, ironically. But taking that step back to reflect, to see how far you've come, but also to assess where you want to go. And that becomes even more prevalent with the final card, which is the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is all about looking towards your future and assessing where you want to go next. It's a literal, where do I go next? And again, this is about you finding your equilibrium within you to discover what it is you want. Where do you want to go next? You can see she has the globe here at her knees. She's looking out of the window. She's holding a wand in her hand, and this wand is just kind of casually laid up against the wall. So she's contemplating, do I stay where I am? Or do I, you know, because it's familiar, might not feel comfortable, might not be very happy there, but I know it. So do I stay where I am, or do I take that leap and do I make that move? Do I go for what I truly want? And it can be scary, but look at how far you have come. Look at how far you have come and look at where you are going. Put the stress and the worry behind you, because nothing changes by worrying about it, okay? And your Moonology card, expect powerful change. Wow, yes. If you can embrace that change, expect that powerful change to take place. Because I get the sense that it is needed for some of you. Some of you in these number twos, it's all about change for you. Oh, and this is beautiful. The Heart and Soul card that you have. You are a living work of art, a most sacred and eternal being, a multi-dimensional field of energy with no beginning or end. You are a floating island of consciousness, swimming within a cosmic sea of love. Live the dream, dare to be extraordinary. Wow. Big, powerful changes. If you can dare to be extraordinary and embrace the changes and embrace what you want, oof, then you are going places, number twos. This is beautiful. What a beautiful energy. Live the dream. Lovely. Okay, I hope that resonated with you. Until next time, you can stick around and watch number one if you want to, but until next time, I will say namaste. Please do remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel. And let's move on to number ones, which were the rose quartz. I'm going to pop the oracle cards to one side and let's see what the tarot says. Ooh, okay, we have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, the Chariot and the Page of Cups. Oh, my lovely, lovely number ones. Now then, Page of Pentacles. Pages are very often youthful energy, that young, exuberant energy, that new energy. You may have been feeling a little bit stuck, okay? They're also messengers, and the Page of Pentacles is the one that comes along and says, you know, just work on things, work on yourself, work through things and see where life takes you, basically. When it's in the reverse, you may have been feeling a little bit stagnant, a little bit stuck. And this may be in your own personal life, or it may be in your relationships. But that feeling of being a bit discombobulated rather than having that grounded energy that the Pentacles provide there. So in order to feel the energy this way up, the right way up, you may need to do a little bit of work on yourself, a little bit of grounding and connecting with nature to ground your own energy and to work through some issues that you may have. But here's a really interesting thing. In the center, we have the Chariot, and the Chariot is known as the card of victory. It's Cancerian energy. It's known as, you know, charging towards victory. You see the white horse and the black horse trying to go in two different directions, and the chariot driver's job is to steer them both in the right direction to charge towards victory. But here's the thing with this. The Chariot's victory is all about the ego victory. It's not about a soul victory. It's not that deep level victory. It's more about getting what you want. So maybe you've been derailed a little bit from what it is you want. And you might be charging towards something you thought you wanted, but now you're kind of going, oh, I'm not sure. I might need to just whoa on that a bit. Remember, we have the detox planet of Pluto here overriding this moon, which is all about assessing what is right for you. So are you looking at things from a true soul perspective, or are you pandering to your ego self here? Okay. And next to that, we have the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups, he's the dreamer, he's the lover, he's the one that brings you that tentative offer of love. And he's encouraging you here to follow your heart, to love yourself deeply, to really do what you feel drawn to from deep within, okay? So you can be victorious here, but what do you want to be victorious in, okay? Get yourself grounded. Work through the issues that you may be having right now. Work through them with love in your heart, love for yourself, love for the situation, love for others, even if you have to love someone and let them go. You know, it's all about connecting with that side of you that is willing to be open to learn and to listen and to take on board the things that the universe is trying to tell you. Okay, you have luck on your side. So why not go for what you truly want? Your Moonology card is luck on your side. Nice. And you have that victory card in the middle there. So you have the ability here to get what you want. So what do you want on a soul level? What do you truly, truly want? It is worth going for it. And it is worth working through any issues that you may have around self-doubt, around not thinking you're worthy. Try to stop that negative self-talk and really allow yourself to open up to getting what you really want. And your Heart and Soul card says, as the seasons of life turn, remember your life and all your experiences are driven by an invisible wheel of love. Life is an eternal ocean, and death and rebirth are the rising and falling of the same wave. Attached to every ending is a new beginning. Ooh, I like that. Yes, attached to every ending is a new beginning. And remember, we were saying earlier, if you listened when I was reading the Moonology part, this moon is about relationships. It's about you assessing relationships, sorting out any issues that may be there. And sometimes for some people that may be walking away from relationships. But also this particular draw, I said, was about self-love and self-assessment and self-awareness. And there may be some harmful behaviors that you do to yourself that you need to let go of in order to allow that love for yourself to come in, and in order to have that victory and that luck on your side. Something needs to shift, something needs to end in order for something better, new to begin out of it. Beautiful energy of rebirth and beginnings for you. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it resonated with you. Until next time, please do remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Namaste.